yo, Diddy, you gave me the ooshkash gooshmash. You gave me the ooshkash muaf, the smooshmash. Diddy.
Just when I thought America had run out of circles of hell to descend to, a certain figure was exposed for a great deal of impropriety, to say the least, confirming one of my greatest fears, that things in fact can somehow get even worse. But maybe there's a silver lining in all of this. The exposure and recent arrest of P.Diddy, or the Diddler as many now refer to him as, have finally unveiled the sick, twisted, and avaricious nature of the vast majority of these Hollywood stars, and the entertainment industry as a whole to the general public. Is it finally the time that we've come to the conclusion to stop worshipping and pedestalizing these celebrities? Considering the idiocy of the common American, probably not, but I think for the first time in decades, large contingents of the population are starting to ask some very valid questions about who they look up to and why, the industry as a whole, and what's really going on behind the doors of a Diddy party.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you
right
scrambling
here,
and scraping for shit.
The role that celebrities play in American culture is one of astonishing magnitude. It seems that our ideas about dating, politics, motivation, fashion, and what our bodies and faces need to resemble all come from these people. Many of us look up to them and view their lives as the pinnacle of existence. We're obsessed with who's dating who wore what clown outfit to the Met Gala, and watching them play musical chairs with Jimmy Fallon. When I was maybe 12 or 13, my family used to watch the Graham Norton show together, and we all used to love it. We would sit there laughing at all of the jokes and marvel at the immeasurable wit and charisma of all of our favorite actors and musicians. Oh, isn't Ezra Miller just so quirky? Oh, Brad Pitt, he's just so charming. Ellen DeGeneres, what a sweetheart. Maybe a year into consistently watching the show, I had this realization when I was watching The Rock tell the most perfect story I've ever heard that simultaneously painted him as a bad boy, sweetheart, and a good Samaritan. Graham Norton was like, oh, so you saved an old woman on the side of the street. Oh, well, Graham, that's funny that you ask it. It actually did kind of go a little something like that. There was a woman on the side of the street and she was getting mugged by two attackers. And I implemented my ethos of hard work and perseverance, and I vanquished the foes. Simultaneously, there was a group of little ducklings walking across the street, and I saved them too. Oh, The Rock. Oh. And I was like, hold on one second. Who are all of these people? Oh, actors. And what do actors do? Play pretend for a living. Then it just hit me. I was like, oh, Mr. The Rock and all of these people are playing the charming, witty, genuine, and humble versions of themselves for the audiences that are watching them. These talk shows and public appearances aren't remotely real life. They're just another set to these celebs. Their authenticity is completely manufactured and contrived. Lights, camera, pretend. Isn't it ridiculous that the most famous and highly regarded people within American society are people who essentially play glorified dress up? No one else? Okay. Let's address the diddler, shall we?
On this segment of What Did He Do? Well, John, it was everything. Is that right, John? Oh, you'd better believe it. 1,000 bottles of baby oil, Johnson & Johnson, 784 dildos, freak-offs, Meek Mill, and just about everybody you wouldn't expect.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy.
This man's going away, John, and unfortunately, he couldn't be more elated. Strange times are living in, John. Ain't that the truth?
First of all, I had no idea this guy was as influential as he is. But now with all of these clips circulating, Diddy was everywhere within Hollywood.
Working for Diddy.
Absolutely.
I love Diddy.
This man is connected to and affiliated with nearly everyone in the industry, and I do not say that lightly.
I love you so much, man. I hope I can come to your house soon.
Wait. Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up.
In retrospect, we now know that he's been incriminating himself any chance he gets for decades.
When they come to one of my parties, this is what happens to them. I put him to sleep.
But I actually think that all of the allegations and charges against him really expose the other celebrities who attended his parties more than Diddy himself, regardless of how diabolical and devious he was and is. The fact that almost every single celebrity in Hollywood knew about all of this shit for decades and never said anything is such an indictment on every single one of them and their character, it's not even funny. These people attended the freak-offs, seemingly all got a piece of teenage Justin Bieber. Justin, I'm sorry, your parents and everyone in your life failed you.
You ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy. It's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
And willingly participated and supported Diddy for his entire career and never spoke out against any of it, which to me is by far the most egregious shit of this whole thing. And why didn't they? Is it because all of Hollywood is filled with Satan-worshipping, soul-sucking demons from hell? Yes, but not in the way that most might think. In my estimation, the reason why almost no celebrities have spoken out against this heinous behavior and have continued to associate themselves with Diddy throughout the years is because all they care about is their power, fame, and status, and will do anything, and I mean anything, to obtain it and hold on to it. Sorry guys, if climbing up the ladder of Hollywood status means attending an all-white party, chances are your favorite celebrity influencer has done it. It's pretty wild to think that just a year ago that idea was widely regarded as a conspiracy, and now everyone has just gotten exposed. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the majority of people who want to play other people for a living and aspire to be worshipped by the masses are generally extremely insecure, maladjusted, and have no idea who they really are. And I know that there are exceptions, but you're really gonna try and tell me that Miss Poopy here is in touch with her inner being? Please. And because of this, the vast majority of these celebrities are morally bankrupt. As long as their reputations aren't tarnished, their phones are ringing, and the money and followers keep rolling in, they'd gladly take a flight to a certain island, take a political bribe to tell you who to vote for, or go to CVS for Diddy to pick him up some extra supplies. And these are the people that we love and respect within society. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Well, Johnny, they're famous and have all this money. Surely they're people to look up to.
This sorry excuse of an argument is one of the biggest issues we have in this country. The fact that people associate fame and wealth with talent, reputability, and a strong moral character is one of the biggest psyops and most idiotic ways of thinking that I've ever witnessed. It seems as if people only take things seriously if they're already successful and only like things that have essentially been given the stamp of approval by culture, completely eschewing personal taste and liking things because, oh, I don't know, you actually like them. Pertaining to art and music in particular, if you take away the majority of these artists' fame and status, they are legitimately some of the most uninteresting cornball losers that offer nothing to society but corporatized mediocre slop for the masses to mindlessly consume. Yet people still worship at Drake or Taylor Swift's feet, excuse all of their reprehensible behavior, and automatically like everything that they create because they've sold a bunch of records, have boatloads of money, and they're famous. And look, I'm well aware that capitalism has melted the minds of many of you, but here's the thing. And this should be incredibly obvious, but there is absolutely zero correlation with having money and fame and being a talented person of quality and substance. And if anything, it's quite the opposite, as we've seen time and time again. As some people know, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And if Hollywood doesn't elucidate that adage perfectly, I don't know what else will. In the wake of Diddy and the vast majority of these celebrities getting exposed for being inordinately horrendous people and all in all just fucking weirdos, maybe it's finally the time that people begin to come out of their fame-obsessed stupor and begin to look to people with genuine virtue as role models, and maybe even become those figures themselves. These celebs aren't going to make your lives more fruitful. Their tips, tricks, and advice are empty, and their own lives of material wealth, fallacious fortune, and worldly pleasures are nothing to strive for. Strive to be someone of strong moral character whose wealth consists of fulfilling relationships, a resilient mind, and a kind heart, and the never-ending devotion to continue building something beautiful with the ones that you love the most. Fuck the fame, status, and all of these losers that have it. They're grade A clowns that enjoy freak-offs and lying to you for a living. Maybe, just maybe, it would be beneficial for all of us to disregard and stop caring about these idiots once and for all. Or keep worshipping Taylor Swift and have your mind and fulfillment hijacked for eternity. Anyway, good night, my darlings. Bye-bye.